Wow, the Georgia Bulldogs go down. Their second loss of the year. The number 3 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. They go down to the Ole Miss Rebels. Old Lane Kiffin. Wow, Lane Kiffin gets the big win against a top 5 team. Georgia, listen, Georgia's been flirting with a loss. You saw it last week against Florida. It was like, wow, has Florida really progressed that much? No, Georgia has just not been that dominant team. And it seems like they're getting, worse and worse as the weeks go on, especially as the season goes on. And Carson Beck has played worse. I don't know how this guy still has a job or has a quarterback job. 20 of 31, 186 yards today. The one interception was deflected on 4th down. But, he just has not looked good. He's been a turnover machine. But the things that shocked me in the game with Georgia, 33 carries in the game, 59 total yards, a 1.8 yard per carry average. I mean, you're not going to win too many games running the ball like that. You have to have some kind of rushing attack, and they just didn't. And so, that's really those numbers right there you're set up for failure. And Ole Miss, man, listen, Jackson Dart, he got injured. Really, and to be honest with you, if you look at the start of the game, Georgia was given a 7-point advantage right at the beginning. I mean, Ole Miss gifted them 7 points. Georgia only ended with 10 points to end the game. Ole Miss did whatever they wanted. Carson Beck just looks like he's not seeing the field at all. He has looked bad. As a guy who was projected a possible first overall pick, I never saw that. But I don't even see him being drafted in the first 3 rounds. And the bad thing is, I don't know if Georgia fans really want to hear this. I think he can come back next year. I think due to COVID, I'm pretty positive on that. But Ole Miss, even when Austin Simmons had to come in when Jackson Dart went down, he was 5 of 6 for 64 yards. The Georgia Bulldog defense has been surprising me. I really thought, especially at that Texas game, I was like, oh, here we go. There's the Georgia defense. Well, it just, I don't know what happened to it, especially whenever you look at the Florida game and now this week against Ole Miss. Ole Miss has a really good offense, don't get me wrong, but they just could not stop them when they needed to with Jackson Dart. The rushing attack for Ole Miss, 36 carries, 134 yards, 3.7 yard per carry average, and a touchdown. Those are average. Those are average numbers, but they're really good against Georgia, especially what Georgia has always been, especially on defense. But it's just to me, I'm just surprised at how Georgia lost, how dominated they were. What Ole Miss did to Georgia is what Georgia's done to teams over the past couple of seasons. Just dominated them defensively. And that Ole Miss defense, man, listen, I've gave it crap over the years, that old land shark defense. And actually a guy that I know or I've seen growing up, he committed to Ole Miss, a really good edge rusher out of Pace, Florida. Tylan Lee, he committed to them about a month ago. But listen, that Ole Miss defense has been just spectacular. And listen, my Florida Gators got to play them in a couple weeks, or actually, is it a couple weeks? Yeah. So I'm not looking forward to that. But Ole Miss, man, the number 16th ranked team now, they moved to 8-2 on the year, 4-2 in the conference. They're making some noise with this win right here. This is a big statement win. And if that Ole Miss defense can play really well, and Lane Kiffin, we know how good of an offensive play caller he is. Listen, this Ole Miss team I'm not going to say, they're a big-time contender for a national championship, but if they keep playing like this, especially defensively, they're up there with some of the best. Like, we got Oregon, you got Texas now. I mean, they're Ohio State. So, Ole Miss, if they keep going, if they keep winning, and, if they keep this going along, the Lane train going on, man, Ole Miss is going to be a big player in the college football playoff. So, 12 teams make it this year. Ole Miss is looking like one of those teams that should or possibly will make it. So, but they still have 2 more games on the year. So, it's interesting. But as a Florida fan, I can't be mad at what Georgia. Big rival, Georgia going down, the big bad Georgia getting embarrassed. I love it. I'm sorry. You call me a hater. You say what it is. But, don't hurt my feelings. I'm glad to see them lose. So, but hey guys, as always, I appreciate y'all watching this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great one.